So I've heard you like DVD updates. Hi there guys, Gareth here, and yes, welcome to this Vino Plunk production, and welcome to this rather big DVD update. So I've got a bit of a confession to make. I've got a bit of an addiction right now, and that addiction happens to be Facebook Marketplace. Ever since going to Facebook Marketplace and seeing what cracking deals you can get on there if you're willing to look around, yeah, I've gone a bit mental. Not only do I have this bag full of stuff to my right, I've got some Blu-rays that were delivered today from elsewhere that will be in an update video. I'm going out on Saturday and collecting some more stuff from different places, and then hopefully next month I've got a further collection on its way. Yeah, I've been a bit busy. So before we go any further into the video, as normal, if you'd like to stick around, if you like the kind of content that I'm making at the moment, please hit the subscribe button. It's big, it's red, it's free. Let's do it. If you'd like to see more of what I'm doing, hit the like button, and I'll make sure more of these videos pops up. If you're not so keen on what's going on right now, that dislike button tends to work. If you're feeling it's a bit more complicated than that, then you can leave a comment down below. It really does help the channel, all those different things, and we'll go from there. So this is a real mishmash of different things. So basically what happened is I contacted a person, a seller, if you will, on Facebook Marketplace that was selling a complete series set of a particular show. I say complete because that series is now in series 20, whereas this is seasons 1 to 11. So it's not complete, but it was at the time. It was originally released. It's one of those situations. Anyway, and I agreed on a price with them for that. I was going to go and collect it after work, and then they sent me some images of some more DVDs going, you can have all this for this amount of money. And I'm like, that's a lot of DVDs for not a lot of money. So yes, please. And they're all in the bag to my right. We're just going to start going through it because there's quite a bit to get through here. It really is a mismatch. Some of it I'm really looking forward to watching. Some of it is just in the collection now, I guess. Let's get to the first thing that I'm actually really looking forward to watching. I've wanted to watch this movie for quite some time. It is Layer Cake, starring Daniel Craig, directed by Matthew Vaughn, who was one of the producers on Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. I do believe Matthew Vaughn was actually the director of Snatch, or he was heavily involved with Snatch with Guy Ritchie. But yes, Layer Cake. Really am looking forward to watching that. Next up is Sex and the City 2, the movie. I do believe I do have the first one here somewhere, but that is in the collection. Yeah, it could be a good fun watch at some point. I have wanted to get into the Sex and the City series at some point because I am on a bit of a mission to hunt down everything HBO, and Sex and the City is an HBO product. So, you know, that's now in the collection, which does, you know, further my HBO collection, my collecting tendencies. Next up is a box set of Eddie Izzard stand-ups, if I'm not mistaken. There is a disc missing, which is a little bit unfortunate, but the stand-ups are as follows: are Unrepeatable, Definite Article, Glorious, Dressed to Kill, Circle, Sexy, and Stripped. It does feel as if there should be a slipcover over this as well, but you know, it's an Eddie Izzard, 7 different stand-ups, I'm assuming, with some description. So yeah, that's an interesting collection there. I do like Eddie Izzard, so that's on the collection. I'll do this one first since we just have the second one. The first, Sex and the City movie. There we go, with Sarah Jessica Parker, Kim Cattrall, and all the other actresses and actors and what have you that are part of Sex and the City. Next up, I know this is now a bit of a controversial film given the director's shenanigans, to say the least, but you know, I remember watching this at school and I remember nothing about it, so it'd be interesting to watch. It is The Pianist, directed by Roman Polanski, starring Adrian Brody. I remember watching this at school many years ago, but I've completely forgotten any aspect of this film. So it'll be interesting to delve back into that film and see what it's all about. Next up is a film I've heard a lot about. I've heard it's a bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously. It's Paul Blart Mall Cop. I don't really have much to say about this. I've heard it's a bit of fun. So, yep, that's now in the collection. We have a foreign language version of The Emperor's New Groove. I have no idea what language that is. Maybe one of my viewers knows what language that is. But yes, a foreign language version of The Emperor's New Groove. The kind of things you get in DVD lots like this. Oh, I actually have this on Blu-ray, but I guess I now have it on DVD in a slipcover version. It is, of course, The Social Network, starring... oh, I've forgotten his name. Is it Michael Cera? No, Jesse Eisenberg. That's him. Jesse Eisenberg, and of course directed by David Fincher, featuring music by Trent Reznor. So, there we go. We all know what The Social Network is all about. I've heard it's a really good film. So there we go. This is something that I haven't owned on anything past VHS. Technically, and it's not even me that owns it on VHS, it's my father. It is an Independence Day. So yeah, a good Will Smith classic, a Roland Emmerich classic, a sci-fi classic, all up my alley. So, you know, Independence Day is now in my collection, and I will be diving into that. Next up is a Jason Statham collection of 4 movies, and they are The Bank Job, War, Chaos, and Revolver. I've seen War and Revolver. War is actually a really good film. Revolver is a bit of fun. Haven't seen The Bank Job or Chaos, and I look forward to checking them out. Especially Chaos has Wesley Snipes in it. And does it say who The Bank Job has in it on the back here? No, I'll probably have to get the actual slipcover because they're in like slip cases at the back here. I'd have to get it out, and it's the back one here. Oh, apparently it's a British Ocean's 11, but better. Jason Statham. Does it give anybody else? Not really. Well, that's useful. But yeah, those 4 movies are part of my collection now, and I'm really looking forward to checking them out because I really do love a bit of Jason Statham, and was a fantastic film. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Next up, again, bit of an oddball thing, but hey ho, is David Hasselhoff, The Best of Knight Rider. It's a bit chewed up, this copy. Either that or this plastic is starting to deteriorate, but it is a 2-disc set of some of the best episodes of the Knight Rider series. I have wanted to get the complete Knight Rider series at some point. It has recently come out on Blu-ray, so I'm, you know, juggling whether to get it on DVD or Blu-ray. It's cheaper on DVD, but the Blu-ray is going to look better. It's one of those situations, but maybe this will help me out in my decision to go with that. Next up is John Otway and Wild Willie Barrett strung together. I have no idea what this is, but hey, I'll discover it at some point, I'm sure. Next up, we have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. I have nothing to say about this. I know it exists, obviously, but, you know. Next up, we have Mean Girls. Actually, this is a movie I've been told by many different people to watch, as it's a bit of fun. Obviously stars Lindsay Lohan and... is it Rachel McAdams? I think it's Rachel McAdams. Another actress I do like. So that is Mean Girls. I have heard that's a lot of fun. And someone special to me references that quite a bit. So now I've got that. Next up, and this movie always makes me funny. Makes me laugh. Is funny whenever I see it. It is Grown Ups. The reason why it's funny is because it's known as one of the worst movies made, especially a sequel, Grown Ups 2. But hey, bit of fun, comedy, Adam Sandler. I like a bit of Sandler, so why not? Next up is a movie I have actually wanted to watch a while ago now, but completely forgot of its existence. So it's good, you know, it exists in these sorts of collections, and it is £7. Will Smith, £7. Who's this directed by? Gabriel Machino. Okay, all right. So that could be definitely an interesting watch at some point. This is kind of a double dip. Kind of is the Simpsons movie. My dad owns it on DVD, but I actually don't own it on anything yet. So now I own the Simpsons movie on DVD. I do like this yellow case, I must say. Having a slightly different case on the shelf is always a nice addition to any collection, in my opinion. Another comedy that I've been told is a bit of fun, don't take it too seriously sort of stuff, is 21 Jump Street with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. So there we go. Next up is a movie I haven't actually seen myself ever, but I have wanted to get into the series of films, and it is The Da Vinci Code. Obviously, there's a whole series of these films now, directed by Ron Howard, who's a director I have really wanted to get into. So now I've got that on DVD, that is something I can get into. Next up is a movie that actually was brought to my attention recently on the Razor Wire Reviews channel, and it's My Week with Marilyn, starring Eddie Redmayne, Emma Watson, Judi Dench, Kenneth Branagh, all sorts of different people. I've forgotten who actually plays Marilyn, and plus her name is actually covered by the £4 clearance sticker on there. So yeah, this is actually something I really wanted to look into, ever seeing it mentioned on Razor Wire Reviews channel. So there we go, that's now in the collection. Quite happy about that. Next up, randomly, is disc 1 and disc 3 of season 5 of Family Guy. Random, I know, but it doesn't actually matter that random, as we'll get to. Another film that I have seen on a few occasions. Actually, I've seen this more than once. It's a really, really fun spy spoof. Back when these two were together as actual people. It is Mr. and Mrs. Smith, starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. This is such a good film. It's not just because of the chemistry these two exhibit on screen. It's a really fun film. Next up is American Dad Volume 4, which I think is actually Series 4. So there we go. We're going to start rolling through these a little bit quicker now. So next up we have 500 Days of Summer. Don't know anything about it, but it's starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel. So two actors, actresses, whatever, that I really do enjoy. We have The Day After Tomorrow. I've seen this film several times. Do enjoy this film. But again, a bit of Roland Emmerich. Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid, Ian Holm, Emmy Rossum. Yeah. Good cast. Didn't even know that those people were necessarily in it. Next up is American Dad Volume 2, or I think that's actually Season 2. We have the first Pirates of the Caribbean film, Curse of the Black Pearl. Always good to have. That's always a good film to have in the collection, in my opinion. We have Green Street, a film that I've wanted to watch for so long now, and now I have it on DVD. I have no excuse not to watch it. Starring Elijah Wood, Charlie Hunnam, Mark Warren. Starring some pretty good talent. It's a football hooligan movie, basically. So, good watch, hopefully. We have American Dad Season 1. We have American Dad Volume 3, or Season 3, essentially. We have Family Guy presents Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, all new, extreme and outrageous. We have Family Guy Season 13. We have Confessions of a Shopaholic, an Anne Hathaway movie. So, yeah. Is Anne Hathaway? No, I got that completely wrong. It's Isla Fisher. Anyway, Confessions of a Shopaholic. We had the first series of The Crown. We have Seven, another David Fincher classic. A movie that I've wanted to have in the collection for quite some time now. I now have it, so don't really have an excuse to not watch Seven now, do I? And if we just fish into the bottom of this bag, we can make our way through these last ones. We have Breaking Bad Season 1. So I have Season 1 of Breaking Bad on DVD. We have Downton Abbey Season 1. We have the complete 5th season, which is a little random, of Sex and the City. We have the complete 1st season of Sex and the City, randomly. We have Mystic River, which I think I might have in that Clint Eastwood collection that I've got in there somewhere. But if I don't, then I now have Mystic River. It is a Clint Eastwood film starring some pretty good cast, so cool there. We have The Palace. This is a film. Oh, episodes 1 to 6. So we have the complete collection of The Palace. We have Horrible Bosses, which is another movie I've actually have wanted to watch for quite some time, to be honest with you. There you go. Horrible Bosses. That's a pretty damn good film. And the main reason, and the box set that I originally agreed upon to pay for whatever it was Family Guy, the complete collection. Well, what was complete at the time. Seasons 1 to 11, of course, then up to season 20. But that's what I originally agreed on to pay. So, for this entire amount of DVDs, I paid £10. So, this was £6 for Family Guy and for some of the American Dad seasons that you see here. And then the rest of it was thrown in for an extra £4, essentially. So, I think for £10, I think it's a pretty cracking deal. For £10, if I do say so myself. And I got some pretty damn good movies in there to check out. Some really oddball things in this collection, to be completely honest with you. But at the end of the day, there are some real standouts in there. You know, Seven, Da Vinci Code, £7. And there are some movies in here that I've been told many times over that I should watch. Some movies I want to revisit. So I think it's a good collection overall. Some people say, oh, it's on DVD. Why do you want DVD, Blu-rays? If you're more of a Blu-ray person, then stay tuned to my next video, which is going to be very much Blu-ray related. Will probably be a bit more in-depth in this one, because I wanted just to get through this, because there's a lot of DVDs in here. But there's a Blu-ray update coming up, and then there's another update coming up that's going to be just a smorgasbord of different things, to be honest with you, because there are so many different things in that particular lot, from VHSs to CDs to DVDs to all sorts. That's going to be an interesting update, that one. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this this video, this kind of mismatch of things here. Yeah, hooray for random DVD dots you find on the internet. Hey, but until next time, guys, please take care, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.